I joined the gym. I'm doing your workouts. I'm following your nutrition plan. But how long is this going to take? This has been a question that keeps coming up. And, I can't help but realize that it's probably the circulation of a lot of the before and after pictures of a whole slew of our clients, as well as of myself. In fact, I spoke with three people yesterday that were like, how long did that take you to do that? Well, I want to be very realistic because I think one of the main reasons people quit is they have unrealistic expectations. And, I don't want to tell on you right now, but I also just want you to be honest with yourself. Have you ever started any type of a program and been like, why don't I see results in a day? Like, why did this happen in a day? And I just want to put two things into perspective for you out of love, because I love you. First and foremost, you do not get thin or fit in a day, just like you do not get fat in a day or unfit or unhealthy, right? That's many days stacked together of doing either the right or the wrong thing for your body. Secondly, for every year that you have not had maybe a good health record, it's that many months of consistency to get yourself on the right map. Now, for me personally, I struggled with gut issues literally from the day I was born. And that's not even a joke. My mom tells a whole bunch of stories that I will not bore you with here, but I literally struggled with gut issues from when I was a baby. So by the time I was in my mid 20s and really beginning to address those gut issues with Pure Physique, exercise, no more cardio, eating healthier, and doing those things, I literally had like a 24-month journey ahead of me of getting well. Now, obviously, we're like another decade even beyond that of where I am. And I really do feel as though it just keeps on getting better because health and fitness is never something that you arrive at. And I really want you to take that into your innermost being. You do not arrive at health or fitness. It is the constant work every day. So for some of you, you're like, okay, that's beautiful. Like it's a journey. And for others, you're like, damn it. I thought I would just arrive. I get the bikini body or the bathing suit ready body and I'm good. That's it, right? I could just eat whatever I want. No, that is not at all what it's about. And if you have that mentality going into this, you're in the wrong space. I thought this was so important to come in and do for those of you who have been here, with us for a decade plus, 14 years, kind of awesome. And then also for the newbies, we have a lot of new people that are coming on. And I just want to come on and be honest with you. Your health and your fitness is not a destination. It is not an arrival point. It literally can continue to get better with time and with consistency. I mean, you guys know, I used to hate my body. I used to hate the body I lived in. I was miserable. I was constantly fighting my body. You saw pictures. If you haven't seen the pictures, we'll show you the pictures. Just let me know in the comments. I'll send you a picture. I don't hide behind that. I used to hide behind that, but I don't hide behind that anymore because I think it's so important for you to have the perspective of oh, she's just blonde and fit and, owns a studio. Life is just probably easy for her. No, it's not. People don't even recognize my before picture. Okay. And maybe that's going to be you too. That's a lot of our people that come through our program, right? So I want to share this. Mike did a beautiful job of putting this together for you. And so I want you to actually look at this. And this just puts things into perspective of the first 16 weeks. Oh, that's right. I did not say 16 minutes of working with us. I mean 16 weeks of working with us. Because again, anything that happens fast gets lost fast. When you approach health and fitness from a healthy, moderate, but consistent standpoint, those are the results you keep. And that's why so many of our clients get amazing results. And here we are 2, 3, 4, 6, 10, 12 years later, and they are still holding on to those results because we teach you how to do it and keep it. The success of any program is never how much weight can I get a client to lose? Because guess what? Pretty much any idiot can do that, right? Just eat 800 calories a day. You'll lose weight. How long do you keep those results? I really would love to know. How long do you keep the results? Because if you've been yo-yoing, it's probably the reason why. That's why I yo-yoed for years of my life. I would eat stupid things and do stupid diets and treat my body in a stupid way, and I would never keep the results. Well, looking back, it was no surprise because I was doing really short-term stuff. It's not what we teach here. It's not what we preach here. So check this out. I'm going to share this with you guys. I think this is very helpful for everybody to see. Thank you, Mike, for preparing that for us. So really what you can expect is after 2 weeks of being consistent right? That is not working out and eating McDonald's. That is following the program. You're going to feel like you're standing taller and stronger and you have more energy. That's the first thing you're going to notice. Now, some people are like, that's it? No, that's amazing. Can you imagine having more energy? You think about how much more you get done? After 4 weeks, the workouts feel more tolerable and your muscles are becoming more accustomed to being challenged regularly. I first noticed it, and most clients first notice it in their arms. They're like, oh, I got some cuts in my arms. Like, I feel really good. Oh my gosh, look at that. I mean, I literally was showing everyone my arms. I was a teacher at the time. So I'm like, check out my arms. People got tired of looking at my arms, but that is where I noticed it first. And then after 6 weeks, you start to feel dramatically stronger, right? Doing typical activities, running up a flight of stairs. You're not out of breath anymore. Chores involving things that you carry, they're going to feel a little bit lighter. You know, I would carry gallons of water and used to think like, oh my gosh, those were so heavy. And I was like, look, I can carry 2 in one hand now. Okay. 6 weeks. That is really not long. You have more stamina and you're not getting tired later in the day. That's a huge win. How about after 8 weeks? Okay. This is just a short 2 months in, BT dubs. And everyone's like, this doesn't happen in the first week. No, it doesn't. And if that's what you're looking for, this is not the place you're going to get it. Just saying. You're going to begin to notice your body changing in the ways you hoped it would since your first workout. Muscles firmer. Yes, I was still showing off my arms at work. I was like, check out my arms. Seriously. You're also going to detect improvements in your muscle tone, legs, shoulders, arms. You got that in there. Good job, Mike. And at this time, your body may or may not have changed at all. Sorry, your body weight may or may not have changed, but your body composition have, which is why people come back and they're like, I'm in a smaller size, or I went down a size, or I went down 2 sizes. That just happened to Ashley. Ashley went down 2 sizes. She's like, this is amazing. Okay. Meaning, hypothetically, you have lost 2 to 3 pounds of fat, but gained 2 to 3 pounds of lean muscle. That's a huge win. That's called tone, right? In which case your weight didn't change, but your clothes fit better and you look leaner. Okay. And I just want to point out something here. Muscle and fat, like everyone's like, muscle weighs more than fat. Okay. I have a pound of muscle in this hand and I have a pound of fat in this hand. Does one weigh more? Nope, because that's a pound and that's a pound. Does a pound of turkey and a pound of ham weigh something different? No, they're both a pound. I know some of your mind just got blown because I used to say that myth all the time. Like, well, muscle weighs more than fat. No, it doesn't. A pound is a pound is a pound. The difference is muscle is leaner and tighter. It's smaller. So this is like a pound of muscle and this is like a pound of fat. So even though it's still a pound, muscle takes up less space. That's why you're tighter and more toned and you're lean. And all of a sudden you can start to see cuts in your arms. Okay, back to the sheet. The extent to which your scale may or may not have changed up to this point will be largely based upon your nutrition. What are you putting in your mouth? Okay, that seriously is a huge piece of it, which is why we focus on it. Little change in nutrition means little change in scale weight. Not a shocker. All right, let's move on to 12. Provided you've made positive changes to nutrition, this is the time. This is when the most visible difference in your size and shape take place. At this time, your weight should be going down gradually and consistently if fat loss is your primary goal. And then at 16 weeks, workouts continue to contribute to the increase of maintenance of your metabolic rate, how many calories your body burns at rest, to prevent you from regaining fat or at least slow it down in the case of a very poor diet. So yes, even people that eat crap still have improvements. Increases in strength and lean muscle are more incremental from this point forward, but you'll be shocked at how much more functional you've become. It will feel as though you've turned back the clock 10 years. True story. And then beyond that, guys, if you're keeping up with just as little as 1 to 2 pure physique workouts a week, you're going to continue to reap continual benefits. So these are actually real stats, which is very exciting. 23 to 46% lower risk of death from all causes, right? Inflammation is going down. All of us, short of a tragic accident, are going to die at some point from inflammation somewhere in our body. Our biggest job is to decrease inflammation. And so that's kind of obvious. Sounds morbid, but it's true. And then 68% lower risk of injury. That's a big deal, right? Increased bone density, 3 to 10%. We've had a lot of people say that. Lowering blood pressure without pills. Isn't that amazing? And then decreased feelings of stress, anxiety, and depression. That's actually facts. There are research studies on that, and that is super cool. look naturally, like targeting things naturally. Imagine that. Last two things: improve flexibility of functional ability, range of motion, and then prevention in a 3 to 8% loss in muscle mass per decade, because every 10 years you are losing muscle mass, which ultimately leads to weight gain and a diminished quality of life. So lots of amazing benefits, but let's just go back to the initial question. How long is this going to take? How long is this going to take? Well, it depends on two things, right? Where's your mindset when you come in? Because if your mindset coming in is like, nothing changed in 7 days or nothing changed in the first week. Okay, that's the same thing. In the first month is what I meant to say. But that's not what we're looking at, right? Like, are you here to like, are you like looking at the big picture? So often we're literally like here in this small short-term picture. And that's not what any of this is about. It's not what any of it's about. It's about your quality of life going forward. I love the fact that I have 2 boys that I can run anywhere with, that I could climb pretty much anything with, right? 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I was teaching in a school and I got out of breath walking up a flight of stairs. True story. I was literally like, 10 years later, 2 kids later, better shape. Why? Consistency, right? We have to stop looking at things as like, well, just this 2-week thing or this 6-week thing or this 12-week thing. How about you look at this as your life? I mean, you take better care, some of you, of your car than you do of your body. And some of us take better care of the outside of our body than we do the inside of our body, right? Like we get our nails done. My nails are not done, right? But my muscles are done. It's crazy. It's a different way of looking at it, but I really believe it's the only way to look at it, because when we're so concerned with like, how long is this going to take? Well, how long do you plan on being consistent? That really is the answer to that question. And I'm saying this out of love, but I'm saying this because I want you to get this and I want you to put this inside of yourself, because it is one of the most important lessons that any of us can learn, because it's the opposite of every commercial and every advertisement and every BS thing, that's belief system thing, that you've ever heard about fat loss and losing weight and all this stuff. It is not about how much weight somebody can help you lose. How long are you going to keep those results? I'm living proof, right? I was in all sorts of doctor's appointments, on all sorts of medications, literally living a miserable life, 30 pounds heavier. 12 years later, I'm in the same shape I was when I reached those results 12 years ago. And for those of you who wonder, right, because you were like, oh my gosh, Corbeth, you lost like 26 pounds from like where you were to like getting on a bodybuilding stage, 9 months. That's like intense commitment, 9 months. And that was really cool. But it's like, okay, what's going to happen after that? And I had a lot of fear about that, because I was literally looking at stage date, 9 months. And I did it. But then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be like this teeny tiny little size anymore. You know what? I'm so much happier now. I weigh 15, 20 pounds more than I did on stage. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And that's what I hear so many of our clients say. So stop thinking about like, well, how long is this going to take? The question I have for you is, how long do you plan on being consistent? Because that's the answer to your question. If you're like, well, this is my lifestyle, cool. It's going to take you as long as it takes you, and it's going to last you the rest of your life. That is so much better to me. And it should be to you too, than any other result you can get. I want this for the rest of my life. I want to feel this good for the rest of my life. That, my friends, is what it's about, and that's where it's at. Hope this was helpful. Let me know any ahas you had in the comments, and we'll catch you back tomorrow. Have a powerful day, my friends.